Good evening, ManyFew. Welcome on VH Berries.
Thank you so much. A pleasure to be here.
Victor and Jacob Andersson, two brothers, two DJ, and two producers.
Yeah, that's right. We love to produce and we love to DJ, so that's nice. Here we are, yeah.
I am extremely grateful. I am really enjoying your latest release and your work, and you have a lot of very exciting projects coming up.
Thank you, yeah. Of course, it's been a hard time for the whole wild world here with the pandemic, but fingers crossed now we have leave it all behind us, and we are of course staying positive. And during the pandemic, actually me and Victor, we were working a lot in the studio producing new songs, and we were trying to stay as positive as possible. And we started to work together with Frankie on a track via web, and we got a great vibe already. We had an idea about creating a uplifting tune with some catchy vocals, and few weeks back, we met Frankie in the studio in London and finished off the record, and it's called You Had Me.
Yeah, and so we started, as Victor was saying, on the web using Skype or Zoom, those platforms to create a virtual studio session. Those sessions are pretty efficient, but at the same time, to meet someone in real life, shaking the hands and feeling the vibe live in the studio is always the best vibe for us to write good songs. So yes, Victor was saying, we finished this song in a few weeks back.
I'm super happy that it's out now and appreciate all the support.
Yeah.
You just mentioned a very powerful word, which is positive, because ManyFew is all about many positive things and very few negative things.
I think a little bit that's how we are as human beings. We are positive guys, but of course everyone can have a bad day, but we are trying to see things from a positive side, and I think maybe you can hear that in our songs as well. We love to produce those uplifting vibes to make people want to dance and
have fun.
Absolutely. And Victor and Jacob, I am actually very curious about your very special journey, and we can start with the meaning of your band called ManyFew. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, the word many is because we want to share our music with as many people as possible and share a positive vibe, of course. And it's only Jacob and I in this band, so that's what few stands for.
But we love those opposite words, and and also we think it feels like a good vibe to use those powerful words to. Yeah.
And right now, you are currently in a very futuristic recording studio with many lightsaber and very special lights.
Yeah, right now actually we are in Sweden, working from here. Usually we are spending lots of time in the UK, London, and also in the Netherlands, where we are releasing lots of songs on record labels. So, for us, feels amazing to have the opportunity to and be able to travel again, and also to perform as well as DJs. That's absolutely amazing, and I think from a production perspective as well, it's great to be able to meet people and write new music live.
One thing that is very powerful about your music, and especially your latest release called You Had Me, is the very strong vocal by Yorkshire born singer songwriter Frankie that you just mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, she is lovely. She has a strong, powerful voice, which we absolutely love.
Yeah, and it's been a pleasure working with Frankie. Like you said, she's a really nice person, and she has a beautiful voice and is super talented. So I think we got a good product out of the session, and hope you guys like it as much as we do.
We met her, as Victor was saying, a few years back. We were introduced by mutual friends, and from there, I mean, we had a blast being in the studio together, and we were clicking instantly. I mean, when we were writing this song, and then we did some draft back and forth. But yeah, it was a pleasure working with Frankie.
We can feel that it was a pleasure because we can feel the very positive vibes. And working in the studio for ManyFew also means remixing some songs because I saw that this is something in which you are both genius are.
Thank you. We are trying to do as much as we can ourselves. Victor is more of that guy who are digging into those, a little bit more.
I mean, we love to produce, but we also love the technical side of it. So we are digging into details into the mix, and we love to spend time on the mix and do different versions. Sometimes it can be a lot of different versions, of course, and it takes time, but it's always nice to do everything we can to get the best product we can.
And also it's amazing when DJing live, I mean, to do demos, demo tracks, and then we are trying them out on the dance floors, seeing their reactions, going back to the studio, making some tweaks, and then we are releasing those songs, I mean, based on the feedback, based on the vibe we got from fans, and friends within the industry. So I mean, it's a nice combination, and from a creative side of view, we have a very like-minded goal while producing. Different working tasks we got, of course, but it's been good.
And Jacob Andersson, when you're saying the word Victor and the name Victor, it feels like I'm also part of the band.
I mean, Victor is a very powerful name, and I mean, it's amazing that you are named the same. I mean, Victor or Victory, I mean, that's a very powerful name, right?
And that's also a powerful name that you got the chance to be with and to meet on a daily basis and live with, because you're actually brothers. Can you tell us a little bit more about your early days and how it got started in your family?
Yeah, absolutely. Our uncle was a DJ, and we got lots of inspiration from him. Local here in Sweden, and he played at different nightclubs local here, and we got lots of inspiration, and we started first as DJs as well, playing out at different bars and local nightclubs too, and then we actually got the idea, how about to create our own stuff and try to see what we can come up with. And I mean, we love to produce, we love to be DJ. I think the combination for us is what we love.
Yeah, and I think from the beginning we love to sample records. We started while producing. I mean, we love to take some inspiration from other records as well, and we uploaded songs on SoundCloud, for example, and we received really good support. I mean, for us it was just like a test to see the reactions, and actually just a few days after we uploaded one of our first record, people started to get in touch with us on SoundCloud, messaging us, and saying good stuff. So then we felt that we had something cool going on there, and we have released songs in a few different aliases as well. Then in was it in 2017, 2018 there?
Yeah, we started ManyFew, and we just felt like, let's go for this now and go for the ManyFew thing.
And also things, and as we were saying earlier, with the ManyFew brand, it's about the uplifting feeling. We have some more deep house songs as well, of course. We absolutely love deep house and more of those underground tracks as well. But we love to have that combination of both more uplifting vibes, but at the same time, you can get some more deep vibe to it as well.
Yeah.
You just mentioned the fact that ManyFew started around the year 2017. Were you doing music with a different band or a different structure before this area?
I mean, we have always been doing music together, but we have had different aliases and
produced for others.
Produced for other artists as well. But we felt, let's go for something new here. And ManyFew really took off in some way. And then we felt, let's develop it and create some more tunes.
I'm very curious, Victor and Jacob, what were your previous aliases and nickname?
Some of them, I don't know if we...
Shall we hide them? Or?
But I think, we've been using, I think we have released, at the start, we were using more Jacob and Victor as some...
and we have some names that I think fans need to figure out a little bit. And
keeping some mystery, and by always being together and working with this very special chemistry, you're allowed and you are being very efficient, because from what I've understood, the track always starts from Victor, who make the sketches, then it goes to Jacob, who makes some arrangement and changes on some details, and then it comes back to where it started, to Victor.
It's always back to Victor, right?
Not always, I can tell you that. But that's usually how we are working. And when we are going more into the details with the mixing, of course, we are listening both together as well, and we are listening in different environments and sound systems. But that's how we are working, and for us it's no competition really. We are doing everything we can for the music we are producing.
And usually we are trying the songs, as I was saying earlier, in the nightclubs when DJing, but also on smartphones, for example. We love to listen to our songs before releasing them. We love to listen to them in different environments, different sound speakers, laptop speakers, for example, and headphones, and so that's really vital for us as well as producers.
It is a battle as producers, but no competition. And I've also seen in the past a lot of artists hearing their sound in cars to have the best experiences and to know if this is going to work.
Yeah, absolutely. The car test is vital as well.
Yeah.
And that's something we try to do as much as we can, of course, depending on where we are at the moment. But it's really good to listening in the car because that's how lots of people are listening to radio stations. So,
and I think you can get a really good inspiration from it as well. I mean, you can pretend like it's on radio already. So, I mean,
absolutely,
you're getting that feeling to it. But at the same time, I mean, it's nice to try something different and and also listening in different sound speakers. That's important.
And since 2017, the journey has been amazing, especially during the previous year, in 2021, in which you really got the attention of the audience after a very special hit.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing to
received those supports, and we are still receiving great support from all around the world, which we are super humble and grateful for. We are talking about our track together with Jack Wins.
Yeah, Out of My Head, it was a highlight for us last year, and it got great support on radio stations in France, US and UK.
Australia.
Yeah, so we are super happy and grateful about that. That was amazing.
And it's still on radio, as Victor is saying. And we heard the other day, we got a call from France that its playlist is still on one of the biggest radio stations there. So I mean, we are super grateful about it, and so it's amazing. And also what we can see is that not only the latest song is the most popular one. I mean, songs can be built over time, which is amazing as well. I mean, there's so many songs nowadays on Spotify, Apple Music, and that's great. I mean, you have lots of opportunities to dig into as a music consumer. You can listen to different type of genres and music styles, but for us also to build a song over time, it's that's great.
Jacob and Victor, I also have another theory. Is that you're both from Sweden, and Spotify is also a Swedish platform. The stars were aligned.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Swedish platform, Spotify, and yeah, I mean, to get support there is always tough, and but I mean, there are lots of good producers from Sweden, and the club scene is growing, not as big as the producer scene is, but lots of good producers is coming from Sweden, and that's a great inspiration for us, of course, to start from scratch and then see so many successful producers coming from our country. It's an inspiration for sure.
Definitely, and I think ABBA, for example, opened up lots of doors when they won the Eurovision Song Contest already back in the 80s or so. I mean, long time ago, but in the same time, they are still doing the rounds and are really good. And I think from also from a Swedish perspective, I mean, there's lots of melodies going around in the different pop culture, rock music, and different styles, and also on Swedish hip hop. And yeah, so I mean, for us, we are inspired by lots of different music genres. But as you say, Spotify is obviously also a Swedish company,
and it's huge here in Scandinavia.
Yeah, and I think Spotify is actually number one up in Scandinavia. I think radio is still essential, of course, but Spotify has taken over the show.
It has taken over the show, and by talking about show, you have a lot of upcoming events that are coming next, and I have an announcement. It is time to bring back the sunglasses for summer.
Yeah, finally, yeah. I mean, we are super hungry now for the live scene, and we just performed a few weeks back at Ministry of Sound in London, and
it was a sold out event. Yeah, we had an absolutely blast there.
Yeah, and we have a show coming up in Stockholm as well, so we are super happy now for the spring and summer season.
And also, and we have also shows coming up now in the UK as well in the beginning or late May, beginning of June. I think it's the last Friday of May. So yeah, it's nice, and I mean, we're going down to Ibiza as well in a few weeks there. So yeah, I mean, lots of positive things coming up, and exciting. It feels like people are so exciting and pumped now for the nightclub scene, and also from a fan's perspective, I mean, it's great to see that people are so hungry for the nightclub and to go out and dance and meet people again. That's amazing.
Yeah.
2 places, 2 countries. We have England and London with the Ministry of Sound located on the 103 Gone Street.
Yeah,
and we have
right.
On the other side Slack, Tusset.
Yeah, right.
That's great pronunciation.
Thank you so much. And which is an electronic dance music nightclub in the old slugged house in the Stockholm meatpacking district.
Yeah, that's correct, and I think that's one of the most famous nightclubs in the slaughterhouse area, meatpacking district of Stockholm, and that club has been around for a few years now, and it's one of the biggest one there, and very popular, very international vibes going on. Looking at the crowd, for example, as well, there's a lot of people from the rest of Europe going up there to see their artists, and they have everything from
great bookings, and it's
house techno.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a great vibe for sure.
And
ManyFew.
on Ministry of Sound, for example, I mean, one of the world's most famous nightclubs. We have always been huge fans of that nightclub. I mean, it's been around since early 90s, I think 1990s. So, I mean, that's incredible feeling to have performed main stage now, post-pandemic, at the Soul at Ministry of Sound. That was great. And I think, it's still amazing that a nightclub like that is still going strong. And I think, we absolutely love those vibes from Studio 54, the old nightclub in New York City. Lasted for not so long, unfortunately, just a few years in the late 70s, early 80s. But at the same time, I think those type of nightclubs have made a huge impact and been inspirations for lots of cool nightclubs around the globe with lots of vibrant vibes. And so for us performing at those venues, that's amazing.
And Jacob and Victor Andersson, the return of summer and the return of the sunglasses is also synonym with the return of a collaboration project with an artist called Anton Powers.
Yeah, that's something we are working on right now, and it's nice to work with Anton Powers. We have been big fans of his music and his releases, and it's nice to work on a track together. We have a good vibe, and hopefully we can finish that one off soon.
Yeah, and this is also a song we wrote during the lockdown, and it's also co-written by the UK artist Becky Hill. So that's nice it's absolutely amazing to have been able to written a song together with her.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in this song you can hear those guitar riff uplifting vibes, as Victor is saying here. So that's we are super pumped for that song to be out soon for the summer.
I am feeling a very special atmosphere around ManyFew, especially when it comes to a potentially debut album.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We are huge fans of album, and to release a ManyFew album one day. It can be very soon, of course. That's something we're really looking forward to do.
And I think that's something we are dreaming of as well, to release a album with different feature artists. So definitely we have it in the pipeline.
It's in the works. It's great that you are mentioning that.
In definitive, it is in the oven. And music is an universal language. What are your inspirations?
Yeah, that's a good question. We are taking inspiration from lots of different things. It can be outside music as well. It can be summer, for example. We are summer guys, and we get lots of inspiration from spending time on the beach, for example. But it can also be visiting nightclubs, different cities around the world as well.
Traveling, explore new places, meet new people. Also working from different environments. I mean, we love to work in headphones and laptop. So for us, that's also a nice thing to do. I mean, to usually while traveling, while touring, we are bringing our laptops working from the hotel lobby, for example. And then we can see lots of different people's entering, checking out, checking in, blah, blah, blah. And, there's a lots of different places where we got the inspiration from, and also since we are summer guys, absolutely love the summer, the beach, spending time there. It's lots of inspirations from everywhere.
Music is such an incredible medium of communication because, as you just mentioned, it is possible to create music from a plane, from a kitchen, and from everywhere.
Yeah, that's incredible. In the same way, it's insane. I mean, how the technology has been developed. I mean, it's fantastic. Absolutely amazing to be able to work on an airplane, for example, like you're saying. I mean, even though it's a long haul flight for maybe 10-11 hours, you can be there working.
Yeah. And we love to work at different places, and just to bring our laptop, and so for us it's perfect when the technology is here now, and we can do it wherever we want to.
So it's going to be interesting to see when we have the ability to be producing on a smartphone. That
will be next level.
Yeah, next level, indeed.
And I also noticed, Jacob and Victor Andersson, something around your non-verbal communication when you're playing on set, because you have a very special way to communicate that many positive attitude by using your arms in the air. This is very funny to watch.
Okay,
Thank you. Yeah,
thank you.
I'm not sure if we have thought about it ourselves.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. Of course, we are just doing what we do, and we are not thinking about any special approach or something like that. We are ManyFew, and we are
trying to be as normal as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, we are. Yeah.
You don't have to be normal. That's the point.
But I mean, we are those type of guys. So I mean, but I mean, it's funny that you're mentioning it because if I'm attending a big festival, for example, as a fan, I think for me it's important when I'm watching one of my inspirations, or from a fan perspective, I absolutely love to see people who are communicating with the crowd,
and for us, I mean, to mention the word normal, we mean to be ourselves.
Yeah.
That's what we mean.
ManyFew, Jacob and Victor Andersson, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Victor, for having us. I mean, it's a pleasure to be here on VH Berries.
Absolutely, thank you so much for having us and for all the support. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it a lot.